What's up, everyone? It's Jonathan here with more NASCAR news. According to Jordan Bianchi, that the NASCAR playoff race should be the chase race, but the playoff race is to shift off from the Roval and will return to the Oval beginning this season. Sources tell The Athletics, and this is something I'm kind of surprised a little bit about. That one is doing, they're going to do it this year since the schedule's always been made up, but also that they've done it, kind of doing it really this late anyways. That they wait just till next year, but I'm happy with it. Having the oval back again. This next gen car is just not good on road courses right now. Also, the reason why they did this Roval thing for the most part was to create excitement when it came to what was the playoffs. But now we have the chase, and the chase is pretty much straightforward. And you're really not going to get the same chaos. Not that the drivers won't try to go for a win or try to get a point, a position to get a point for this chase, but it's not going to be like I have to get this point or I'm going to be eliminated, right? There's no elimination anymore. So because of that, the excitement at this track, plus the car's not doing the best to race at these kind of tracks, it just makes sense to go back to the oval. And of course, now Mark Smith's just fine listening to the fans. Now I understand some people enjoyed the Roval, and I'll admit it had its moments. I'm not saying it was like 100% terrible, but it also did not provide the most exciting stuff, especially when you got into like stage two. And of course, when you have now SVG going into every road course and spanking the competition. Let's be very clear. This is not like a rebel on SVG. Like, oh, we're doing this to do the spite of SVG. No, this is just to make racing better throughout the chase. To make sure that every moment is a good moment as best we can. Now, the downfall to this was the only road course that was in the chase. So there's no road courses this year. Now, could they have had one if one particular race was still in August? Yep, and I was Watkins Glen. When a couple years ago they had to move the Watkins Glen race into the playoffs. Back then was the playoffs because of the conflicts with the Olympics. Right, they had to adjust, so they had like a couple weeks off. So they had to move. They wanted still Daytona to be, or they still wanted the Darlington race to be on Labor Day. They didn't want to move that, so it kind of messed things up, right? So they could have, and it worked. A lot of people were afraid that September and it's gonna be cold up in Northeast. We don't get that cold up in the Northeast in September, and sometimes we still, if anything, sometimes we have our warmest times in September, believe it or not. So having Watkins Glen be pushed to May, which by the way, now that is about mid to late spring. Well, it's probably more a little late spring, close to the end of late spring. We do have some weird oddball winters up here, even in May. Now, granted, we don't get cold, right? We're not sound like we get 20 degrees and we have like 5 feet of snow on the ground, but we can still have our cold temperatures sometimes. We can get days that only get to the 40s sometimes, or maybe even 50s, compared to being in the 60s, 70s, or 80s. So it can happen. Not saying it's going to happen, but it may. Did I just put that in there? Okay. Put jokes aside. Anyways, we could have had a road course in the playoffs, or in this case, the chase, but they chose to move Watkins Glen beginning of the season. So now all of the road courses are in the regular season, which okay, that's fine. So if they decide to want to put another road course in back into the chase, then probably Watkins Glen is your best option because it was closer. It was in August. People are used to the heat around August and September time up in the Northeast. So and it's always been a good time. Especially if you do the Watkins Glen race in September, our leaves start to change up here. So we actually start getting that fall foliage even in September, and it actually looks pretty nice in the background, especially when on TV. So, um, we'll see on what they want to do going into 2027. But I'm excited to see what this oval race does at Charlotte. I mean, the Coca-Cola 600 has been really good. I know a lot of people would like to have this fall race back to Saturday night. They probably won't be able to do it this year because they already got the schedule set. Like they have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday probably already set, and it would be kind of hard to move that around. For one, the trucks, the Xfinity, or excuse me, O'Reilly series will be going there as well, which they were supposed to this year have a race that we thought were going to have the Roval race at night for the Xfinity series. It was supposed to start like 5:30 or something, and so it was going to go into nighttime. But unfortunately, now I say unfortunately, fortunately, I guess in some cases, where they're going to be having to run that race. Maybe they still run at the same time, maybe still at 5, so it might go into nighttime for them. But they can't really move the schedule around to have the Cup Series run on Saturday. Now, maybe in 2027, maybe they can do that. But I'm excited for it. We'll see what happens going forward. The sport's moving in a positive direction. I'm excited about it. I think a lot of fans are excited about it. Chicagoland's coming back. North Wilkesboro is getting a points race. We're even trying still something new, a little different still with the naval base. So that's still gonna be fun. And of course, Homestead Miami is now the final race of the season again, where it belongs. And a lot of things are finally positively going forward in the sport of NASCAR. Just hopefully we'll have something even more to go. Getting these cars fixed at short tracks and road courses, even super speedways as well. I know a lot of people think the super speedway package is okay now, but we need to get these guys to go wide open, full throttle without saving fuel. Also, try when they do go wide open that a third lane can form without any assistance from the pack in disturbed per se, like someone slowing down because of saving fuel. So hopefully we can work on all of that, but that's baby steps. Where the progress has been made. We made some big jumps. I feel like this year. Now it's just critiquing, getting things a little bit better, racing wise, and move from there. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Hope everyone enjoys the rest of your day. And if you did like this video, make sure to hit the like button if you're new to this channel and want to get the latest NASCAR news and NASCAR content. Consider subscribing to this channel. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you for the next one.